Welcome to the Bully Broadcast. I'm your host, NC3 Rachel Treon. Everybody loves getting care packages, but you should inform your loved ones of these do's and don'ts before they head off to the post office.
I'm Chief Logistics Specialist Vincent Aldridge, and I am the postal officer here on board the USS Theodore Roosevelt, and I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. When friends and family send you a package from the States, whether it's the East Coast or the West Coast, all the mail is sent to Chicago. All military mail is massed in Chicago, and then from Chicago it will go on a commercial flight overseas to where we are currently operating in Bahrain. Once it hits Bahrain, it's to be based on availability for the carrier onboard delivery, COD service, or we'll be able to replenish at sea. Don't leave a package a little bit loose or empty. A lot of mail is piled on top of each other, and if it's an empty box, the lids will fold in. And I'll give you an example of an Amazon. Amazon is very notorious for not packaging fully that they're capable of. So this box here, you can see kind of gets crushed. As much as we would like to have some items that are liquids in the mail, liquids break. The containers that they're in break. And when that happens, it spills out into the other mail. Of all the places it hits the address label, and so I'm unable to read the address. My best piece of advice would put a slip of paper, something inside the parcel with the address on it. In the event that this happens, I can contact the sailor or marine and give them their mail. When we receive those items on board, it just makes your day. It really does. I can tell you firsthand account, I saw a mail orderly that was helping us sort mail. She opened a bag of mail and there was a box for her from her daughter with the crayon markings and everything, the drawings, and I thought she was gonna start crying. She was so happy. I mean, that's a beautiful sight to see. It really is. Thank you.
Mail is fun. You know what's not fun? Getting OC spray straight to the face.
My name is OS3 Galicia at Hangar Bay 3, and I just got OC sprayed. It's the worst feeling you'll ever feel in your whole life. Your face burns so bad, you can't open your eyes, you can't breathe. And you get OC sprayed so that if you have to use your OC on someone else, it's not the first time you experience it, and it doesn't inhibit you also.
Anyone who's wanting to come to security, it's required them to go through SRF Bravo. MA1 Jacob Green, I'm the lead AP Trade Soup for Ops OF. We performed our non-lethal weapon qualification course. The first station starts off with level 1 contamination. After that, they move on to perform a Mach 2 takedown. After that, they'll perform forward and reverse strikes. There, they move on to do middle strike rear jabs, to do blocking techniques, and the final station is where they go up against the red man.
My name is Emma Chavez, and I was a red man for the OC course. On the other side of it, I got to see how people will react differently towards the OC. Because when I got OC, it was bad. OC hit me really bad. It's really important because if you carry the OC, you could possibly use it on somebody. You need to know what you're doing to that person.
Man overboard, man overboard, man overboard, port side, man the ready lifeboat. All hands. You think you'll even die on the ground? You think if walking wounded, but I'm walking tall.
Currently we're here on the TR with the film crew. We work with Y&R, Young and Rubcam, in partnership with the Navy, and they have contracted out MJZ, the film crew, to come and capture new footage on the TR.
Action!
I'm the Executive Creative Director of Y&R Advertising. So we're the advertising agency for the United States Navy. So there's like 16 of us here, and everyone has a different job. You've got the director, you got a director of photography, you got the first AD who kind of keeps us online, you got sound guys, you got video guys. We have a visual effects artist out here because obviously we can't shoot submarines underwater and we can't be right in front of an F-18 when it's taken off. So we're working with a visual effects company called MPC to help build all that, and we have one of their guys out here with us. And then we have 2 producers. They're TV films is what we call them. And the first one, which is the brand film, is just a spot that it's very difficult to tell the Navy story in 60 seconds, as you can imagine. So we're trying to do as much as we can. So we're starting on the bottom of the ocean floor and going to the depths of outer space and showing everything that the Navy does in between.
Currently, the Navy's undergoing a new branding campaign that's going to be a soft breakout December 9th, the Army-Navy game. The full breakout to the public will be in March of 2018. I want to say thank you to the commanding officer of TR, the crew, and everyone for all their hospitality. That since we have been on board the carrier, it's been a great experience, and I know the film crew and also the agency Y&R has had a blast.
Thank you for everything you've done. Thanks for all your help, and keep doing what you do.
This is not a game or part-time in your uncle's shop, and it's bigger than any Little League trophy. It's nothing like fireworks on the 4th of July, 2-a-days with your varsity football team, or the first time you stayed out all night. Out here, it's not where the sea takes you, but who it makes you. Start your journey at Navy.com.
Let's be honest, most of us have no idea what the TAO is saying over the 1MC. On this edition of My Point of View, MC2 Connor Minto sits down with the gunner's mates to learn some of those terms.
Welcome to another edition of My Point of View. I'm Petty Officer Connor Minto, and I'm here with GM2 Chinnery. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
GM2 Chinnery, nice to meet you. And you
Nice
are
to meet
from Maryland.
Yes, sir.
You're from Maryland, and we have GM2 Gregory from
we do.
my hometown, Houston, Texas, my man.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good. Yourself?
Going pretty good. We were having a discussion earlier, a Buc-ee's versus Wawa conversation, but we're not here to talk about convenience stores. We are here to talk about y'all's jobs. Y'all are gunner's mates here in the U.S. Navy on board the USS Theodore Roosevelt. What is your favorite part of the job right there?
My favorite part of the job is definitely shooting the guns.
I mean, I think it's gotta be.
It's the only cool part.
No one likes cleaning the guns.
Yeah, we get to clean them. Yeah, it's whatever.
Y'all's armory, is it like something out of a Terminator movie? You walk in that armory and just just guns and guns on guns.
Oh, they're hidden, but I mean, you pull the lockers out, it gets serious.
Gun quarters, all hands man your gun quarter station. What's popping? What is going on? Why do you man the gun quarters stations?
I'm gonna let him explain this one.
All right,
I retired off of it.
So normally they'll send out the Snoopy team because we got a service or like a really slow aircraft coming in, and it's just for protection for the ship. Nothing really to it.
What's SCAT team? Is there a difference between SCAT team and gun quarters or full bore? I mean, I hear all sorts of stuff coming out that TAO's mouth.
Full bore is all the guns, so all 1050 cal mounts, 4 240s. Half bore is 550 cal mounts, 2 240s, and then you get into Alamo, which is like all the guns we have. Yeah, technically all of them. But
oh man, you just like, saying that because I'm from Texas. You don't have something called the Alamo.
It's 1050, 7 240s, Sea-Whiz, M16s, M203s.
Oh man, I'm like, I couldn't be any more stoked. This is a genuine look of like happiness that you call it the Alamo.
Alamo's when the big dogs come out, but full bore is usually what we go to.
I think I'm crying right now. That is so fantastic. I don't know what it is. I have tears out of my eye. Do y'all want to make a shout out to anyone?
G2 and Mark Wahlberg. Love me some Marky Mark.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, jamming it.
Yep.
Good vibrations. Good vibrations yourself?
I also like to throw a shout out to G2 and Marky Mark. We're both huge fans of them.
Thanks for being here with us.
Yep, thank you, bud.
Listen up. We lost last year. We can't do this again.
We've won 14 out of the last 15 games. I think we ought to stick with what's worked and what's gotten us here.
Let's do it.
We gotta get these jets off the deck.
Launch Alert 5, 612, you're cleared across the bow, maneuver as required.
We need more speed.
Now this is what I call a triple option.
HSC-6 welcomed a new commanding officer with a flyby that lit up the sky.
Welcome to the Helicopter C Combat 6 Airborne Change of Command, at which Commander Joshua C. Ellison will be relieved by Commander James P. Jerome as Commanding Officer of HSC-6. The Navy and our nation have placed great power, responsibility, and trust in those officers chosen for command. In each squadron, there is one individual who, in the hour of emergency, peril, or war, can turn to no other. For the commanding officer alone is accountable for safety, well-being, morale, and combat readiness of every member of his command, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, anywhere in the world. Squadron, attention to orders.
CAG, ready for change of command. Very well, proceed. I will now read my orders. Commander Joshua Ellison, Beeper's orders 2217. When directed, detach December 2017 and report to USS Boxer. I will now read my orders. Commander James Jerome, Beeper's orders 7006. When directed, report for duty to Commanding Officer, Helicopter C Combat Squadron 6, as his relief. I am ready to be relieved. I relieve you, sir. I stand relieved. CAG, I have been properly relieved by Commander Jerome. Very well. CAG, I assume command of Helicopter C Combat Squadron 6. Very well.
Our final piece gives you a little insight of why we're all out here. Operation Inherent Resolve. I'm MC3 Treon, signing off.
Now that we're in 5th Fleet, it's important to have ordnance on board because combat operations are taking place. And without ordnance on board, we won't be able to complete the mission that's been given to us. It all starts from the bottom up with the G3 Division assembling bombs in the magazine. And from there, after it's been properly assembled, we'll send it up via the elevators up to the hangar bay. And from there, they will make it to the flight deck via the elevators. And then from there, the squadrons will take over and then load onto the aircraft.
So the live ordnance, so the majority of those are going over the beach, going over into Iraq, Syria. The main reason that we have air-to-ground ordnance is defeat of ISIS. Those are used to protect our coalition forces on the ground and go after targets of opportunity.
Everything has been in preparation for this, so now that we're here, we've transitioned from that training mindset to that combat mindset. We have a lot of coalition partners out on the ground in Iraq and Syria. And we got called upon to come in, and we had friendlies that were only 128 meters away from ISIS, and they were pinned down and basically had no way to get away from ISIS. So that's when they called upon us to come in and take out the building which the ISIS members were at, and it was complete mission success. And the fact that we're able to do that only 128 meters away from friendlies is something I think that we are the only people in the world that can do, and do effectively and do it quickly and accurately.